So at St. Brennan here, we are a preschool through eighth grade school, and we have one class per grade level. And our grade 6 through 8th are changing teachers each hour for different subject areas. We meet annually as a school right after testing results come out. And so I have a PD day set aside just to look at the data and really go through it together. So one of the things that we do is the teachers, because we take it in the fall, the teachers from the previous school year want to see how the scores reflected what they taught and what they did with the students. And so they meet with the current year teachers to go over all of that information. They look at the grade equivalency, but then after they kind of see what happened as a class, they go student by student. And they're looking to see how did that student perform compared to how they were projected to perform. And then they can have shared conversations about what happened the previous school year. And that was really important, especially coming back from COVID. We did identify some of the essential standards that they needed to hit and reteach from the previous school year that maybe didn't get taught very well at the end of the school year. Those conversations happened. And then the teacher knew, well, maybe we didn't get to really dig deep into something with geometry, for instance. So then they would have to really double down on that this year. So they look at the different areas and really go into it even farther to see what kind of a question was it? Was it a knowledge-based question, or was it something that really had some higher order thinking going on? What type of questions were students missing? And look at what did they choose on that particular question to see, is it something that happened class-wide, or were students just guessing, that type of thing. As a principal, one of the things that I really look at is what professional development needs to come out of this. So I can see in some areas where, we're just really still struggling with grammar and just not quite getting there. And so teachers have kind of used everything in their toolbox, and they need some more help and something to fill that toolbox with even more strategies. So maybe my professional development for that year is going to focus on grammar or whatever it is that our areas are for growth. And then I also look at maybe over time, this keeps happening and it's just consistently lower. So then I need to look at curriculum decisions. And is there something that needs to be added or completely changed or revamped in that area? And that's been exciting because we have had some different curricula that we've chosen in both language arts and math. And it's been exciting to watch over, 3 to 5 years, how do those scores change over time?
For myself, because I'm on the same page here, Catherine and I are kind of cohorts in crime. Her and I have worked on the curriculum committee for the diocese. So when she talks about the essential standards when we were dealing with COVID, it was one of those things that was a key factor in where our teachers needed to lay their focus. And so that was a big deal. We have 2 classes. We're pre-K through 8 here at Immaculate Conception, 2 classes per grade level, although I do have 1 or 2 grades that have 3, because, the needs are different in those grades. So we budgeted for that. So our kids actually get to start changing classes beginning in 4th grade, and it's a gradual process. So 4th grade, they change for 1 class. 5th grade, they change for 2 classes. And then in our middle school, we have 6 teachers. So there's 6 changes throughout the day. So like her, we too, once we get our scores, I allow meeting time to have the teachers and meet with each other on grade level before grade level as well to look at how their kids did. Because we do it in the fall, so it's a picture of what has been learned in the previous year. So that's kind of an interesting take compared to those that take those tests in the spring, because that's kind of a culmination of what's learned for the school year. So it's a great opportunity for them to start planning out how they need to map the rest of the year with their curriculum maps and things like that. So we, like Catherine, we also, on my level, take a look at the big picture to see where we're at. Our biggest focus is to make sure that there's been a full year of growth that happens on those longitudinal graphs. And if not, we need to determine, okay, let's look at the group. Let's look at what happened. Did we have any outlying circumstances that happened during the school year during this time? What kids are in that class? It could very well mean that I had a teacher out on maternity sub and out for the half of the year. And so that unfortunately does affect things somewhat when you're looking at the big picture.